I'm but a common man, a man named Steve. I have a beautiful family of 6 little angels and a beautiful wife named Mary. We live on a farm and go about our daily business, harvesting and planting crops and raising animals. So, when we learned that there was a presidential candidate that represented us, we were excited. If he was in office, we would have a voice, and a big one at that, being president and all. He finally encouraged common folk like me to vote and get involved in politics so that the rich don't have all the power. Then he got elected president. After he was elected, he had a main goal: to remove the natives from our land. And of course, the man I'm talking about is Andrew Jackson. But he also did a lot of other things, like for the country. The Jackson Purchase, being a war hero, taking America out of debt, getting rid of the National Bank, and giving the common man like myself more of a voice in the government. Overall, he did so much for the common man and changed how presidents were elected forever. But now for some of his best services: his removal of the National Bank. When Andrew Jackson was elected president, there was a national bank which basically controlled all the money in America and what it was worth, because they had all the gold in America, which wasn't really fair for the everyday guy. However, Andrew Jackson wasn't having any of it, and since he was all for the common citizen's rights, so he decided to try and take it down by proving it's unconstitutional to the Supreme Court. He explained that it controlled all the money and basically only benefited the rich due to the fact that there's only one bank in America and not many people that can access it. However, it didn't work, and the bank was still going to be open until the year that Andrew Jackson wouldn't be president, even if he was elected again, making him powerless. So, the bank decided to try and pull a fast one on Andrew Jackson, but he was too smart for him. The bank attempted to pass a bill to expand their lifespan even more, thinking that Andrew Jackson denied it, he wouldn't be re-elected as president after his first term. But Andrew Jackson still said no, and explained to the people that it was unconstitutional and that it was bad for us. Then, the bank got angry about him vetoing the bill and made a huge amount of inflation, making all of our hard-earned dollars worthless, garbage, not even worth anything. It's horrible. Basically, worthless. This made everyone want the bank to get shut down, and Andrew Jackson was able to shut it down in the end, then open many other smaller banks for people like me and everyone around me. Then, on to his greatest achievement ever: the removal of the natives from our land. Basically, the natives were causing a huge problem for us, with taking in slaves that escaped, or ransacking us, or even killing us on sight just because we were invading, even though it's our land. So, Andrew Jackson was getting them to all move away so that we could claim what was rightfully ours. He decided to try and get the natives to leave to reservations, as we had the power and owned the land. He wanted them out so we could manifest our destiny. So, he made deals with many of the natives to move them, and that's all I really know, except that he made them move to reserves across the country, and they had to march there on a really, really long path. But, of course, it worked. It allowed for safe travel and made many people claim new land in the previously unsafe land, and we were able to keep all of our slaves. However, the rich don't really like Andrew Jackson very much at all, because he used to be in charge, since usually the president is coming from well-off families, and them being the only voters for the president. This means that they don't like him, as now the common man has just as much power as they do, because it's supposed to be a democracy. However, Andrew Jackson did, in fact, get rid of the qualified government members for his friends to take their places, which was probably not a very good decision, and also made the rich people mad. They also thought that he was very irresponsible and didn't like how he took down the National Bank, which was directly benefiting them. At the very least, I can see why they were mad, but it's still more fair this way. This way, because we are all supposed to have a voice, just the rich landowners don't get to vote and have a say. In the end, Andrew Jackson was the best president this country has ever, and probably will ever have, as an account of him being for the common man, taking down the National Bank, getting rid of the natives, and many more things that helped us build this country.